Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurazo here, and you guys already read the title, so I'm not going to waste too much of your time. We have not only more info on the 25th Part 2, as I like to call it, but we also have some OTS leaks that people aren't talking about, as well as some pictures. So we're going to first get into this, and then the other thing, just make sure to smash that like button so that more people could see the news. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to those who checked out my market watch today, even though I was a little tired recording my market watch because I didn't get much sleep at all. For some odd reason, YouTube was like, yeah, this is the one we're going to put in the algorithm, the one market watch you're tired. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it anyway. And we're going to get right into this. I'm not going to review all the old cards that we knew already here. We're going to go straight from right here, which is the Pearly cards. Now, they reprinted in it from Amazing Defenders, the Rescue Ace cards. And I told people that means Amazing Defender is on the reprint block. Now, if you told me all three of these Pearly cards were going to be in 25th, I'd look at you weirdly. And I don't like this choice. This is going to be a choice that ages well. And I think they should have done what they did last year, where they just put it in the Megatins, because they can't put Amazing Defenders in the Megatins. What are they going to put there? Just Makonko? I guess we're going to see Makonko stuffed somewhere down the line. Maybe if we get another Battles of Legends, we'll see like a secret rare Makonko. I think people would like that, just as a guess. Then we have the Solemn Trio here. I do like how they're reprinting the Warning as a quarter century. I think that's cool. But the Strike is like, well, we already have CRs, and I told people, CRs, all that, nothing safe. But ultis are going to be affected by the Strike and the Judgment, and the ultis already were going low. Besides for Warning, the Warning ultis were actually quite high, so I'm going to be interested in looking at these on my next market watch. But ulti Judgments, they're going to drop somewhat. Strikes might drop some more, but I still think they're good cards to get because these Prismatic Ultimate Rares from 25th do not hold a candle to normal ultis. And I don't care what your opinion is on that. OTS ultis look way better than 25th ultis, and normal ultis look way better than OTS ultis. So that's kind of my stance on that. Then you have Book of Moon here. Again, this is like a classic card. I was like, I kind of expected them to do this. In fact, I actually called it. If you guys watch my market watches regularly and in my live streams, I'm like, yeah, no, I see Book of Moon getting it. And Book of Moon gets it right here. So I'm not going to go up more on that, but is what is. I know that it's not going to affect the older Book of Moons, but it is what it is. Now, Book of Eclipse here is something I didn't expect, and I'm going to be honest with you, I think that's a bad pick. We had a beautiful secret rare from Battles of Legend that looked really nice. I mean, I guess if you want to give us a quarter century, it's like, I guess, it's a meta-relevant card as a quarter century, cool and all that, but you're telling me there's nothing better you could have put. And that's kind of how I look like over here. I'm like, okay, well, what is this? You know what I mean? This is just like of the time. You think if we get like, say, over the years, people are going to be like, wow, those Pearly cards were such a great investment to get. Which, by the way, rep your CRs. I have CRs that I got at a pretty low price. And I guess they're going to go even lower. Prep here is, as a quarter century, I think that's great. They gave us pre-prep, but not prep, and I was confused by that, and I was like, huh. So yeah, prep here, I'm not too shocked. This was actually going to be one of my picks for the list of, hey, this is what I expect in 25th. Good thing I didn't release that video or start working on it, because if I did, I just have to scratch that part completely. Emergency Teleport is sort of shocking. I thought they'd hit this card before reprinting it, because I'm going to be real with you guys, and a lot of you are going to look at me. I don't think E-Tele is a card that should be at 3 ever. I think it's just very, very strong. I think 1 is a great, good power card, and keep it there. But, all right, we're going to get our quarter century. We're going to get our ultimate. I think it's a fine pick, but again, it kind of falls into some of these other CRs. It's funny, actually, because Solemn Strike and Teleport got CRs in the same set Grand Creators in, I think it was 2021. So, I mean, it had at least 2 years, but wow. Gold Sark here, I think, is a fantastic pick. That's a good pick. That's going to age well. Crow, I mean, again, nothing safe. I think a lot of people expected Crow. Savaris is just stupid. I'm gonna be honest with you guys here. I think Savaris is a very, very, very dumb pick. Also, really quickly, thank you for Carlencho's store for the information. Over the years, they like to give us some of the info early, and I really, really enjoy that. So they're pretty awesome. Go check them out. I don't know anyone personally there, but I know I've used them for a few videos in the past. So Savaris, though, of the Ascendant, again, I don't like this because it's like, well, we had with this card, it wasn't like it needed a reprint. We had rares at like 5 cents. You had ultras can't hit the $4 mark, right? Then you had your OG secrets that were money now, but that's because it's not relevant. This card's existed in the TCG for years, so it's always been a cheaper secret that's come here once in a while. It's gonna look awesome, though. It will look awesome. So I guess for the artwork, I'm cool with it. Maybe they just wanted to have a little variety, so they added a ritual. But, you know what I mean? This isn't going to hit like the first one, and I'm not dropping 1,200 for this. I got my OG case of 25th for 900, and that had everything, and it was great, and I loved it. I'm not in love with it, like, with this one as much. We're going to get into, by the way, speaking of rituals, we're going to get right into this here. So, Chaos Angel, this is how the ulti looks. Looks pretty cool. I didn't expect some type of swirl. I said that before. I feel like it'd be weird to put a swirl on this card. Doesn't look like it has a swirl. And we have Saphira and Sign It Mining, which is another card. I actually call it to be in 25th. But I guess we're just going to get the common, which is good because gold rares are like $2 to $3 always. And while that's not money for Sign It Mining, I mean, hey, you're going to put it as a common in OTS, it's a useful common. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that. And then Saphira common here. I expect it to be that, but I sort of expect it more to be a super, even though I didn't want it to be. Gonna go over Saphira very quickly. It has 2 ultras and an ulti. I said, well, they should make it a common because OTS supers are made for upgrading cards, not for downgrading reprints, and I don't really like that. Put it as a common, right? We have a bunch of reprint sets available, and here's Saphira. So I guess Konami wants us to play voiceless. They're prepping us, which is like cool, I guess, right? Looks really cool. And then you have Feather Duster over here. Ulti, I want to show this off. Very, very, very happy with this. I'm super happy. It doesn't have a swirl, which is fine. I didn't want this to be a swirl. I like how the ulti looks, actually. If it pops like this, this is one of the cards that I might be happy is a OTS ulti and not an old school ulti, if that makes sense to you guys. Because usually I like the older school ultis, but looking at this picture, I know it's not the best quality, but this is just what it is, and I want to show you guys that these are confirmed ultis, even though, let's be real, 99.99% of everyone knew, oh wow, they're reprinting Chaos Angel and Duster. Yeah, they're ultis, right? We all put 2 and 2 together. But this ulti looks absolutely gorgeous, in my opinion here. Wow, just nice purple, all that. And then we have this, which, by the way, I have to say, every type of, like, green OTS just goes crazy, I've noticed. That's just my opinion. So, over here, we have Unchained, Ashura here, that's good. Now, you don't have the blue one super, but that's fine. I think this card's a great super for Unchained players. Good stuff. You also have the red one as a super, which I guess is obviously the better one. It is the limited one, so I don't think it's going to go too crazy here. I guess maybe in OTS 25 we'll get the blue Unchained with the other blue one. That's possible. You know, just as a pattern. It would be really weird if they just like half did it, in my opinion. They honestly, respectively, I think they should have made the blue and red Unchained super and then made both the beasts super, not just red then blue. I don't think that should have been it. King Tiger Wangu is actually an amazing upgrade as a super rare. It's not Substitoad, so I guess they looked at older stuff, but not Substitoad. They want to give us Tiger King. Am I complaining? Not necessarily. Am I going here like, woo? Not really, but the logic makes sense because we've actually seen this played against Sprite, actually, when Sprite was really relevant. So it is technically a card that still comes up to this day here and there. I'm like, whatever, you know, okay. Sleepy Memory, I call that as a super. You have the Mannadium Trap here. I think this is actually an awful pick if I remember correctly, but I don't know what you could do with Mannadium. You got Tears of the Overseer. I remember this card looking cool. So, but it's just, it's not a good super. And then right here, we have DD Wave King Caesar, which already has, I think, 2 supers. Look, I could be wrong. I know it has a super for sure, but I'm looking here and I'm like, why? Why does this card only have its second super? Who cares? Unless that's a common, but no, it looks like a super to me, like everything else here. So I'm actually really sad about this. Also, I have this mat, by the way. It's a gorgeous mat, this Black Rose mat. But yeah, that's what I think so far. I think if the ultis hit, I'm not going to be too critical on the supers, but the supers are, you know, your normal hit or miss. Honestly, again, if they just made a super substitute, I would have been like, I'm done. You can fuck up the third ulti if you want to. You can do whatever with the rest of the supers. You made it good enough, Konami. I'm Gucci with that, right? You gave us two great ultis, with Chaos Angel and Duster, and then because I don't think we know the third ulti, and which is odd because we know now most of the set besides the majority of commons and the one ulti and maybe one or two more supers because this is what, seven supers. Yeah, seven supers here. But yeah, looking forward to this and getting some of this. I love the green OTS. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. What did you guys want to see in OTS 24? Are you happy with this? Are you disappointed? What do you want? All that. Leave a like and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.